Yeah, good question. I've heard about it in the past, but I never really investigated it because I think that I never thought that it was important. I didn't think that men needed a day to be celebrated. But when I looked more into it, it's obviously not about celebrating. Well, it is in a way celebrating men, but it's more of an opportunity for us to reflect within ourselves about the role that we play in gender equality and within the world ourselves as role models. And I also think that it's been a really good opportunity to have discussions about, the role that men play and the difference between the many genders that there are and, gender identities that there are, and just having a discussion about that.
I suppose it's a chance to celebrate what men are and what men can do for society, but also I think it's a challenge for men to look at the way in which we approach the world and what we are doing in the world and how we sit in gender relations and what we're contributing to the world.
Yeah, very important. I've had exposure obviously to many excellent role models, male role models in my life, and I think that it's important to have a diversity of exposure to role models who, to break away from this understanding that about what being a man is, or to actually broaden our understanding of what being a man is. It's not just boys don't cry and, she'll be right sort of thing. It's also about being vulnerable and promoting equality within our society. So yeah, very important in my life.
Yeah, so I think seeing men in your life dealing with situations and how they can deal with it has been really important. I have had men in my life that are both compassionate and understanding. I really appreciate those men that I've been able to see deal with matters that are probably not your stereotypical man. So it's very easy for men to revert to a stereotypical role because you might see it in the media or through sport or something of that nature. So seeing men that are caring and understanding is not often portrayed in the media. So having experienced that in life has been really invaluable for me to see how to react to certain situations.
Another thing that comes out from International Men's Day is looking at the statistics, and we know that 3 out of 4 suicides are men, and I think that for me, at least at the moment, I think that mental health is probably the biggest area that requires improvement. Clearly, I mean, if 75% of suicides are male, then there needs to be a lot of improvement done in that area. And it comes back to that issue of, do men speak about their problems? How do men speak about their problems? Who do they speak to? And I think that part of being a male is to be vulnerable and to be able to talk about issues that are affecting your mental health, because we're the only person that we live with 24/7, and if that's not going well, you need to get help, just as you would go to see a physio or a doctor. So yeah.
I think, as you can see, I'm growing a Mo for Movember, and men are really poor at talking about how they feel about things and expressing their emotions, and often the bottling of that up inside results in mental health issues. As we know that the predominant number, I think in Australia, it's 4 out of 5 suicides are men. So I think there's a lot of work that can be done in that regard. And I think also just a lot of work can be done in men looking at other men that are doing the wrong thing and calling them out on it. So being confident enough to call out other men if they're behaving inappropriately, and having that confidence to do so.
I'd just like to wish all the men in the office and in my life a happy International Men's Day. I think it's a really important day to highlight some of the issues that men face today, in particular around health and mental health.